So what is the true cost of owning dogs? And guess what? I actually own 2 dogs right here. And I was told that it can cost between $1,500 all the way up to $10,000 a year. And guess what? You guys know me, I'm very cheap. I'm not spending that much money on some pets. But right here, this right here is Mr. Black. And this right here is Mr. White. If you're wondering, Tommy, how can you tell the difference between 2 black dogs? The answer is, well, this one right here has some white paws and also a white mark right here, and that's how I can actually tell. But in this video, I'm gonna give you 7 ways that we actually save a ton of money with our dogs. And some people actually spend a ton more. So let's get right into the video. And first of all, this doghouse right here, it costs about $300. Can you guess how much I paid? About 50 bucks. Because you guys know, I'm always on Facebook Marketplace, always searching for some deals. Now, the very first cost, guys, is going to be adopting a dog. Now, dogs are very expensive. And I'm gonna ask you guys a question. What dog brand or what dog breed do you think he actually is? They're brothers, they're twins basically. What dog breed do you think they actually are? I'm gonna ask you guys to comment down below and let me know. I'm gonna show you a picture of their mom and a picture of their dad. But the first thing is, guys, we paid for them about $0.00 because we basically were on the street and we saw a sign, free puppies, we went and we actually got 2 dogs. But I have a friend, he spent about $3,500 for a Frenchie, which are very small dogs that people actually have. They look ugly, honestly, but they're very expensive. But that's one way we saved a ton of money. Now, number 2 is going to be dog food. Dog food is expensive. I'm gonna show you guys right now how we actually do it. So when it comes to your dog food can be very expensive. And I didn't want to use, like normal dry dog food because I actually think that makes them sick. And I wanted to buy, like the fancy dog food. That is, until I saw the price because it is so expensive. It would cost about $10 per day. So instead of doing that, this right here is my dog's dog food. This is actually what it looks like. It's not dry. You have to put it in the fridge. It has real meat, real vegetables, and basically everything they actually need. And it's not costing me 10 bucks a day. So what I actually do is I buy a bunch of meat, and the meat that I actually buy, it's like the lesser cuts, the unpopular cuts, the one that don't cost that much money. So I usually get them for like less than $1 a pound. And I grab a bunch of meat, some oats, and some vegetables. And I basically just put that all together. I cook it, obviously. But when you cook it, one big thing is you don't put any seasoning on it. So in my mind, sometimes I'm like, yo, I can literally eat my dog's dog food because it's like normal food, but I won't because it smells like dog food, and I guess it's gonna taste like dog food because there's absolutely no seasoning whatsoever. So that's a big con. But yeah, that's basically what I use. If you guys want the full recipe or a full video on how I prepare the dog food to save a bunch of money, let me know in the comments down below. When it comes to grooming the dogs, there are 3 main things. You have teeth, you have hair, and then you also have their nails. As you can see, I don't really worry about their teeth because they basically grab any piece of wood that they basically see and they start to bite at it. And you also have the tree over there and they also bite that. So that's not really an issue for me. And that's the same thing with their nails. With their nails, they basically just scratch things and they basically get taken care of. And as far as their hair, they're very short haired. I know people that spend a bunch of money taking dogs to get all these fancy haircuts or whatever, but I just don't spend that much money on them at all. And by that much, I mean no money at all. I just basically, if they have anything, I would go ahead and just shower them myself or just use a brush and take care of them myself. And that's money I basically save on grooming. So you don't have to spend money on that whatsoever. This is Mr. White and this is Mr. Black over there. I put that little block because they can't just run up in there. There you go. Let's see Mr. White. Go ahead. Let's see you, Mr. White. Yep, there you go. And that's their little doghouse right there. They have like a little towel in there that I put in there, but that's just for warmth while I get some bail. Now, number 4. Do I spend any money on vets? Well, the answer is I treat my dog's health the same way I kind of treat my own health, which is basically I try to avoid doctors all the time. But if I do get, for example, like, a broken bone or I get very sick, then obviously I'm going to go to a doctor. Same thing with my dogs. If I see that they're not eating and they're very sick and there's nothing I can do about it, the answer is, well, I'm going to go to a vet. But as far as, for example, deworming them or trying to do something against fleas or trying to figure out their diet, those are things that I'm kind of responsible for. And I can basically just go online, do my own research, understand it, and that way I can just provide for them what they actually need. Same thing with my kids, same thing with my family, same thing with my personal health. Those are just things I can do myself. And I see some people that spend like $700, maybe even $1,000 on vets or whatever. Now, there is a question, Tommy, what if they got super, super sick, right? And there's like a surgery and it's like over $10,000. The answer is, me at this very moment, honestly, I wouldn't really do a surgery that expensive for a pet, honestly. But, in that moment, who knows what's actually going to happen. But that's just my current position. But yeah, I don't spend any money on vets. And I rarely spend money on doctors either because I just really don't get sick and I try to take care of myself. But if I needed it, then I would have it. That's the idea. Now, you're probably wondering, well, how do I walk these dogs? The answer is, at the moment, I don't walk them. And it's because they don't know how to walk, okay? And they're just like small puppies, but I'm gonna train them. Come here, Black, come here. Now, you see, they don't even like want to do it, honestly. But the main part is, guys, if I'm being honest with you, I see some people, they spend a ton of money on having somebody else like walk their dogs every single day. Again, I feel like that's just my responsibility overall. So I don't have an issue in learning how to walk them myself and actually walking them myself. At the moment, that's not really a problem because, as you can see, they just do not care at all for being walked or anything. But paying someone like $15, $20, $30 an hour just to walk your dog, the answer is, it's just not something I would personally do. Now, let's say I'm just not in the country, or let's say I just can't do it for some reason and I need to pay for someone to do it, then that's different. But for the most part, they get a lot of exercise just like running around this backyard. I play with them with the ball and I'm gonna start teaching them how to walk. But at the moment, it's like dragging them. You see that? It's like dragging them basically. This one has a more fancy rope because I got this one at Walmart and I got this one at the Dollar Tree. Both the same size, but obviously one is much better. But yeah, I just don't pay for things I can do myself for the most part. Dog training. People pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars to teach their dogs a few things. And I believe I can just teach them these things myself. So one thing I taught them was, number one is how to sit. So check this out. Black, white, sit, 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 sit. That one sat, this one's sitting. I taught them how to sit, and the way I did it was with a video online. Good boys, good boys. I also taught them another very valuable trick, which is basically, as you can see, the dogs are over here, and it's not because I'm here. They're usually together playing around, and that's why I got 2 dogs. But over there, I actually have some chickens. Let me go show you guys the chickens. And the number one thing you're gonna see with the chickens is that I have dogs and they're very small and tiny. As you can actually see, that's one, I think that's a rooster, but they're very small and they are all alive. There are 6 of them and they're all alive because the dogs don't actually go after them. They don't chase them. Look at this, you see? He's like looking at him, there you go. But he leaves him alone because I taught him not to do that. And how do I do that? By basically correcting him when I see him chasing them. You see, he comes to me. Good boy, White, good boy. This one is a little bit more aggressive with them. But look, he's like staring. But I've also taught him how not to do that. So I feel like training your dog is your responsibility for the most part. And it's easy to do it. It's not easy to say, but you just basically give them a treat every time they do what you want them to do. It's like manipulating someone. That's really what you do with them for the most part. I don't spend any money at all on is supplements. I see people now, they're very big into getting personal supplements and now even supplements for their animals. I just don't do that. What I do is I give them, for example, vegetables, and I give them for calcium like eggshells. Again, these dogs, they're pretty cool. But at the end of the day, they are dogs, you know, so they're not all that fancy and they don't really care what part of the meat I give them as long as it's like food. I think dogs can get accustomed to things. I saw a couple, for example, giving their dog like ice water because they got the dog accustomed to drinking cold water. But these dogs do not have the issue. Okay, these dogs drink rainwater, drink whatever water I give them, and I'm obviously going to give them like proper water. So again, those are 7 things that people spend a ton of money on that I don't spend any money on when it comes to my dogs. Now, like I told you guys, okay, what breed are they? The answer is they are actually a, come here, stop fighting. This is Mr. Black. They are actually pit bull with Australian Shepherd. That has been forever my dream dog breed, and to actually be able to get it for free is awesome. Okay, so I recommend the best way to get a dog is just adopt a dog. There are a bunch of dogs, and the best dogs are usually going to be mixed breed dogs because they don't get as sick and they don't have as much issues for the most part. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you actually got close to the dog breed or not. I'll see you guys next time. If you guys want to see a full video on the dog food and how I actually prepare it, let me know in the comments down below. See you guys next time. Peace.